$16.99.
Hurricane warning. The Gulf Coast of Texas is on the alert as Hurricane Brett bears down. Taking no chances, thousands start leaving the coast for safer ground. In Turkey's earthquake zone, one young survivor beats the odds. And how candidate Bush handled the week's troubling brew of questions.
This is the CBS Evening News.
And good evening, I'm Russ Mitchell. Hurricane Brett is in the Gulf of Mexico this evening, taking aim at the coast of southern Texas. The Category 2 storm is moving north-northwest slowly at about 8 miles per hour, but it has strengthened quickly, and experts predict it may become a Category 3 storm by the time it hits land at sometime tomorrow. And forecasters say it will likely hit near Brownsville, Texas, on the Mexican border, but could do damage up the coastline. Jeffrey Kaufman is keeping our eye on the storm.
They're bracing for Brett. The first hurricane of the Atlantic season is swirling off the coasts of Texas and Mexico, already blowing winds of 105 miles per hour.
I think we're going to get a lot of flooding, a lot of water.
Authorities are taking no chances. Residents in vulnerable coastal areas have been ordered to evacuate, and a 250-mile stretch of the Gulf Coast has been put on hurricane alert.
Well, they're wiping out everything. Whatever we have, that's what they're taking.
If Brett becomes a Category 3 hurricane, it could bring winds of up to 130 miles an hour, storm surges up to 12 feet, damage to buildings and destruction of mobile homes, and serious flooding that would destroy buildings in coastal and low-lying areas.
If this storm doesn't make a turn to the left and to the west pretty soon, we're going to have a serious problem on the Texas coast.
We're halfway through the Atlantic hurricane season, and until now, it had been easy going. But forecasters say don't be seduced. The worst is yet to come.
This is a non-El Nino year, and that's one of the reasons that we anticipate that it may be a pretty active hurricane season.
Far out in the Atlantic looms the next threat, Tropical Storm Cindy. In Texas, they had been savoring a hurricane-free decade, until now. Jeffrey Kaufman, CBS News, New York.
In Turkey, the death toll from Tuesday's earthquake continues to climb. 12,000 are dead, and relief workers now say that number could eventually reach 40,000. While in the rubble there have been a few miracles, Alan Pizzi reports for many, the days after the quake are going from bad to worse.
Against all the odds, 10-year-old Shirin Franco was lifted from the rubble of a hotel by Israeli rescuers this morning, 3 days after her mother was found alive. Shirin's twin brother died. Her father and grandparents are still buried, but believed dead. And in the devastated town of Golchuk, a young man trapped for 5 days was rescued by his neighbors. Rescuers themselves are at risk. With dead bodies under the rubble and filth everywhere, every cut and graze carries the chance of infection. Tetanus shots are now being given to diggers. But everyone is at risk, and they know it. Chaos ensued when dust masks and antibiotics appeared at a distribution point. It's not that medical help isn't available. Broken limbs and cuts are obvious and easily treated. What doctors who are forced to work in hospital grounds and temporary buildings really fear is waterborne diseases.
Gastroenteritis disease and typhus and dysenterias, those kind of disease.
Gastroenteritis, typhoid, dysentery.
Yes.
7-year-old Merva is already a victim of gastroenteritis. The summer weather that makes it possible for people to live and be treated outside is also a curse. It makes it easier for diseases to breed.
Every possible open space is packed with people who can't go home. In this city block-sized park alone, nearly 2,000 are camped out, with just 2 taps to supply them with fresh water.
Whole families are living, sleeping, cooking and eating next to stagnant ponds and fountains choked with rotting vegetables and cigarette butts. The men and women sweeping up kept repeating the same word, microbe. Doctors say the danger will become acute in about 7 days' time. That people can keep going under such circumstances speaks volumes for the human spirit. But there is a limit to how much anyone can bear. Alan Pizzi, CBS News, Corfez.
It was estimated today the earthquake has left as many as 200,000 people homeless. U.S. aid official Hugh Palmer saw the extent of the devastation for himself near the town of Gulchuk, where much of the damage is blamed on shoddy construction and weak building codes.
It's just obvious when you drive down the street and you see, 3 or 4 buildings that maybe have a little damage, but clearly are intact and nobody would have been injured. And then next door to them is just a pile of rubble where a building, you're told, of the same size and appearance, general appearance, just collapsed. The obvious difference has to have been in the construction of the buildings that collapsed.
And there are more frustrations for crews battling that raging fire at Turkey's largest oil refinery. Government officials had thought the blaze at the Tupris refinery in Izmit had been extinguished, but today a new fire broke out, sending yet more smoke into the already polluted skies. Tonight, firefighters say they believe they have the fire under control. Still to come on tonight's CBS Evening News, how faithful has the government been to keeping up our national parks? Also, the 6 million tire fire and the nursing home that's full of character and full of characters.
Now our first denture cleanser keeps dentures feeling clean all day. New Fix-It-Dent with ProGuard, a breakthrough tablet and bath system. First, place your dentures into the bath and release the power of ProGuard to get them 4 times cleaner. Then you lift the inner basket to help seal in the clean with the ProGuard barrier, protecting against plaque and odor-causing bacteria from morning till night. Fix-It-Dent with ProGuard. Start cleaner, stay cleaner.
They're here, filled with aroma and flavor, only they're waiting to be released by you. Introducing Folgers' new whole bean coffee. Every time you grind these beans, you release something sensational, a deeper, richer aroma. This is Arabica bean perfection in a whole different Folgers, the whole bean Folgers. New Folgers premium whole bean coffees. They're waiting.
Ask your doctor about Viagra.
President Clinton hit again today at the Republicans' huge tax cut, saying it would reduce funding to national parks and could cause some to be shut down. While on his own vacation in Massachusetts, Mr. Clinton announced his plan to protect another vacation spot, Yellowstone National Park. Bill Plant reports.
Pressuring Congress to spend more on conserving the nation's heritage, President Clinton announced a $13 million deal for additional land on the northern border of Yellowstone National Park.
By removing a threat to the underground springs that feed Yellowstone's geysers, we'll ensure that Old Faithful remains faithful for years to come.
The 9,300-acre parcel of forest and grassland is intended to help bison and other roaming herds survive the winters and keep them from spreading disease to domestic cattle. Mr. Clinton also spoke of measures to protect California's Big Sur coastline and the Atlanta birthplace of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But he wants more, $1 billion a year to acquire 110 sites in 40 states and territories.
We need more parks. We need to protect those precious areas all around the country that are in danger of being paved over or plowed under to development and sprawl.
But Congress says the White House is not cooperating.
While we're taking action to protect our environment and the public health, the Republican leadership's risky tax plan would actually roll back our progress.
House Republicans called the president's rhetoric just one more attempt to scare the American public with threats of dire consequences. But the White House is betting that promises to preserve the nation's heritage will put pressure on Congress for funds and bring voters to the Democrats. Bill Plant, CBS News, with the president on Martha's Vineyard.
On the trail to Election Day 2000, the George W. Bush campaign hit a bump this week. The question, did the candidate use illegal drugs? The answer came piecemeal, and Phil Jones looks at the controversy it has stirred.
All this week, George W. Bush has been cooking up a political recipe to deal with the mess that boiled up Wednesday in Texas when he refused to answer questions about alleged cocaine use.
Somebody floats a rumor, and then it causes you to ask a question. And that's the game in American politics, and I refuse to play it.
Hey, here we go. When he hit the campaign trail the next day, he escalated his efforts to turn the issue into a press problem instead of his own. He was asked if this was ever going to go away.
That depends on you. I tell you, the American people want it to go away.
Tom Rosenstiel is head of a journalism watchdog organization.
At this moment, the subject is how George Bush Jr. is responding to our questions. I don't think most voters, I know most voters, don't care. And this is only marginalizing us as journalists.
I've answered the question. I told the people of this country that years ago I made some mistakes.
By the time Bush headed back to Texas yesterday, he had gone further than he said he would, ruling out drug use, but only back to when he was 28 years old.
If I ever get in a fight, I want you on my side.
Bush's own demeanor may be adding to the controversy.
The sort of cockiness, the Texas in him, is going to rub the Washington press corps.
Stephen Hess is a scholar on politics who thinks Bush's advisors will face a strategic question.
I wonder at what point they're going to say to themselves, hey, we better sand down the edges. He's appearing to be a little smarty.
From some of Bush's strongest supporters, the spin is he has weathered his first campaign storm. Bush, they say, never wavered, and now he's back on message. Phil Jones, CBS News, Washington.
There is more to come on tonight's CBS Evening News. Payday loans, how their compounding interest is confounding borrowers. And cheering for the Browns, again, in Cleveland.
Problem?
Doctor said my cholesterol is still too high.
What about diet and exercise?
They didn't do enough.
So?
He suggested adding Lipitor.
Lipitor, the #1 prescribed medication for lowering cholesterol. In clinical studies, Lipitor with diet was proven to lower bad cholesterol 39 to 60%, total cholesterol 29 to 45%, triglycerides 19 to 37%.
He said over 4 million people have started taking Lipitor to lower their cholesterol.
Lipitor is not for everyone, including people with liver disease or possible liver problems, women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant.
There'll be blood tests to check for liver problems.
Tell your doctor about muscle pain or weakness, as these may be signs of serious side effects.
You take Lipitor once a day.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist for more information on Lipitor and call 1-888-LIPITOR.
Well? Lipitor did it. My cholesterol's way down.
Lipitor, the lower numbers you're looking for.
One question aroused fierce passions for centuries. What's for dinner? Until the day a great mediator appeared. The new Maytag Gemini. An amazing 2-in-1 range that allowed them to cook 2 different foods at 2 different temperatures for one complete meal.
Freedom.
Great meal.
Uh-oh, gas pressure. What now? What else? Gas X, with the most powerful medicine for fast relief. Nothing works faster.
Hey, want to go for ice cream?
Gas X, the power to fight gas fast.
Right now, LensCrafters is having an end-of-summer sun sale. You can get a complete pair of prescription sunglasses for only $99 in your choice of hundreds of the latest styles. The end-of-summer sun sale. On now at LensCrafters. Hurry, sale ends soon.
The winner of the PGA Championship, Tiger Woods, and the superhuman Spaniard, 19-year-old Sergio Garcia, headline the field at the Sprint International tomorrow on CBS.
There is word tonight that the Pizza Hut restaurant chain has settled a racial discrimination suit filed by a black family. The family claimed that even after ordering ahead, it was not allowed to celebrate a child's birthday at a Pizza Hut in Illinois. Pizza Hut reportedly will give sensitivity training to its employees and pay at least $160,000 to family members and party guests. Imagine borrowing $100 and finding yourself forced to pay back $2,100. That is just one case history cited by opponents of payday loans, a controversial kind of credit that is under fire both in Congress and the courts. Cynthia Bowers reports.
A few months ago, retired postal worker Henry Jefferson was in desperate need of quick cash. So he went to a new kind of loan company, payday advance companies, willing to give him small $100 and $200 loans using his pension as collateral. He got the money, but at a high cost.
It makes me angry, but I mean, you know, what can I do?
This 2-week $100 loan cost him $40 in interest. That's an annual rate of more than 500%.
You end up paying back 2 and 3 times the amount that you get. So it's a losing game, you know. Any way you look at it, it's a losing game.
That's because Henry and many others can't pay the loan off when it comes due and roll it over, which means they pay that big interest fee again and again. Gene Fox of the Consumer Federation says payday advance is like legalized loan sharking.
Payday lending is extremely expensive. They get you in a perpetual debt cycle, and they lead to coercive collection practices.
Payday Advance is advertised as a quick, easy 10-minute loan. They're available on the internet, at conventional check cashing outlets, and through privately owned companies. All you need is a checking account, ID, and proof of employment, and you can borrow a few $100s. There's no denying it's a lucrative enterprise. Virtually unheard of just 10 years ago, payday lenders are proliferating. They number nearly 8,000 today. It's already a billion-dollar business tailor-made for today's economy, with low unemployment, but lots of people living paycheck to paycheck. James Zaniello represents the largest payday lending companies in the country. He says there is a need for this service.
Banks have found it less financially advantageous to serve a need of less than $1,000.
Henry Jefferson wishes he'd turn to a family member for help.
I just hope and pray that other people think twice before they make the same mistake I made.
It's a lesson that Henry has learned a little too late. Cynthia Bowers, CBS News, Chicago.
A huge fire at Ohio's biggest tire dump is contained tonight, but far from out. As many as 6 million tires are burning, and clouds of smoke have drifted 70 miles and more. People in 4 counties with respiratory problems have been told to stay indoors.
When it comes to your health, never compromise, even when choosing a laxative. You need one that's strong enough to work overnight, but also gentle. Try doctor-recommended Dulcolax. It's both strong and gentle. It even has a special comfort coating to protect your stomach. In fact, doctors recommend Dulcolax most, more than Correctol and Senecot combined. Don't compromise. Get strong, get gentle, get doctor-recommended Dulcolax. And for strong and gentle relief in minutes, get Dulcolax suppositories.
You didn't save me any?
It wasn't enough.
Quaker Toasted Oatmeal Squares. Crunchy whole grain squares with a hint of brown sugar. You haven't wanted a cereal this badly since you were a kid.
Want to color your gray beard or mustache and get a natural look? It's easy with Just for Men Gel.
You look so natural, no one can tell with Just for Men Gel. No one can tell with Just for Men Gel.
It's not regular hair coloring. It's specially made to penetrate that coarse, hard-to-color gray. Simply brush in and in 5 minutes, rinse. Now gray is gone, matched up to the rest of your hair.
You look so natural, no one can tell with Just for Men Gel.
These days, everybody wants whiter teeth.
Including me, and I wear dentures.
New Polident Whitening Mouthwash not only freshens your breath, it whitens dentures in just 2 weeks. New Polident Whitening Mouthwash.
It's giving denture wearers a lot to smile about.
Finally, a polished brass finish that holds up under siege. New brilliance for the kitchen. From Delta, it's guaranteed to shine for life. Delta, the faucet.
The drug questions and Governor Bush, plus the Republicans and social issues. Haley Barbour, Ralph Reed, plus Representatives Lindsey Graham and Tilly Fowler face the nation Sunday.
The Browns are back, and after 3 seasons of waiting, it's homecoming tonight in Cleveland. For fans who followed the Browns in their previous incarnation, it doesn't matter that this edition is football's newest team. Lee Cowan has more.
Game day programs here.
This Saturday in Cleveland was like a Sunday of old. Football is back, and so are the fans.
Here we go, Brownies! Here we go!
The last time pro football was played here was in 1995. before the team's owner turned the Cleveland Browns into the Baltimore Ravens. Today, fans have reason to be proud again, having proven to the NFL that 50 years of Brown history shouldn't be kicked aside.
They're blue collar. They want a blue collar football team. You can't go any place in town without someone showing you signs that they're Brown football fans.
Blue collar may be, but this is more blue blood. The old stadium was known as the Mistake on the Lake, a mistake Cleveland was not about to make again. This time around, taxpayers agreed to fund a state-of-the-art facility to the tune of $200 million, replacing a shrine with a monument and bringing a tradition back home.
It was extremely important to the people of Cleveland and to the entire community that they retain their name, their team, their colors. I don't think anybody at the National Football League realized just what it meant.
What it means is a brand new team playing in a fancy new home, part of a $3.5 billion effort to revitalize downtown, a crucial part to fans who saw Cleveland without the Browns as not Cleveland at all.
The football spirit sort of died out. I mean, they didn't care. All they wanted to do is see Baltimore get beat.
The new Browns that return to the field tonight will be made up largely of players given up on by other teams. But after a 3-year wait, they will be more than welcomed here, in a city that never gave up on its football team, no matter what the cost. Lee Cowan, CBS News, Cleveland.
Actress Gina Davis has won an Oscar, but she will not be winning an Olympic medal next year. Davis, who took up archery 2 years ago, failed today to qualify for the U.S. Olympic team. She finished 24th out of 28 in the semifinals. She needed to finish in the top 16 to advance. Next up on the CBS Evening News, everybody has a story. The woman one nursing home's residents rely on most.
What should you do if you're having a heart attack? First, call an ambulance, then take Bayer aspirin. Now Bayer may help stop you from dying when taken during a heart attack. Talk to your doctor now. Bayer, powerful pain relief and so much more.
Have you tried these yet? Specialized blends from One A Day. Herbs, vitamins, and minerals for things like tension and energy. One A Day. They're just what you need to feel your best.
Ask your doctor about Viagra.
Nancy will have to see from near to far almost 1,000 times today. Her eyes will focus on 40 labels, 60 charts, and 100 smiles. And in all that time, she'll never once think about the science that allows her to focus instantly at all distances. Nancy just knows that her Verilux lenses help her see better. And for her, that's a very comforting thought. Verilux, the comfort of better vision. For more information, call toll-free 1-800-VERILUX.
Staples presents the Staples Coach of the Week program. It's our salute to leaders on the field and in the classroom. And it's your chance to win $5,000 in school supplies for your school, plus a visit from your local NFL head coach. To enter, visit a Staples near you. Register at www.staples.com or send your entry to Staples Coach of the Week. Watch NFL Today Sundays on CBS for winners.
Any idea where gun dealers often get thousands of handguns and assault weapons like this one? Would you believe the police?
We purchased a gun for evaluation and sold it to a local gun dealer.
You heard the man. So why are police selling guns to dealers? Eye on America investigates Monday on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
Finally this evening, helping people in need does not always get you thanks, but sometimes through sheer chance, you'll get some deserved recognition. That's the case tonight as Steve Hartman proves yet again that everybody has a story.
Going to Adams County, Washington.
Adams County is right in the heart of Washington's wheat belt. So I pulled into town thinking I might interview a farmer. But I didn't get a farmer. Gillis. Heck, I didn't even get a Gillis. The person who answered is Carol Freed. She's 46, divorced, and now living with her friend, Kathy Gillis. They have a garden, but still, not quite the farm story I envisioned.
3 lovely beans.
Wow, you're not very good at this.
No.
Fortunately, though, Carol is good at nurturing human life.
She ready now, Sioux City Sue?
This is the Life Care Center Nursing Home, where Carol Freed is resident care coordinator.
Can I help you put your sweater on right?
And if you want to know what her job is like, all you have to do is spend a few moments with one of the residents. And if you really want to know, make it Helen.
Oh, you're a cute dog. You're a little beagle.
88-year-old Helen Reed is the quintessential grandma, but with an edge.
If you bite me, I'll kick your butt. Where's my Afghan? Some dirty bastards got it. I'll go in the laundry and get the damn thing if I have to.
Armed with a sharp tongue and a pair of fly swatters,
I hate bugs.
Helen demands nothing less than full-service nursing.
Cream and sugar in your coffee?
Yeah.
And then complains when she gets it.
I'm not going to drink any more coffee. I know that. I'll puke.
Obviously, it can be a thankless job. But Carol has been at this 15 years because she doesn't need a shallow thank you to make her job rewarding. No, her motives come from a much deeper well.
My grandma was just always there.
Growing up, Carol spent every summer with her grandma.
We always did fun things. We went to the races. I mean, a 9-year-old goes to the races. It's not allowed to let me buy my own ticket, you know? I could pick my own horse.
She died in '81.
Does that feel better?
But Carol says every day she still sees a little bit of her right here.
I love you.
Well, thank you, sweetheart. I love you.
I love you.
They're all really something special. And it may take you a while to figure it out, but it's in there.
Oh,
At the risk of violating our FCC license, I decided to ask Helen what she thought of Carol.
You're welcome.
Keep in mind, though, that Helen doesn't have many nice things to say about nurses in general.
they don't do a damn thing.
What do you think of Carol?
I like her.
And when that ice cracked, I knew that I had found a gem in Carol Freed.
You can't get new grandmas and grandpas. You can't get back what you could have learned from them but didn't take the time to learn. Once it's gone, it's gone. You're off to Lincoln County, Colorado.
Until then, I'm Steve Hartman, CBS News,
Oh, boy, some balls.
in Adams County, Washington.
And that's the CBS Evening News. Tomorrow and Sunday morning, earthquake aftermath and the Peace Corps in Jordan. Then on Face the Nation, Republicans and the drug question. Thanks for joining us this Saturday evening. I'm Russ Mitchell, CBS News New York. Good night.
For news 24 hours a day, CBS.com on the internet and on our interactive partner, America Online, at keyword CBS News.
A rare visit with Queen Noor, a tour of Peace Corps projects in Jordan, plus the latest on the tragic earthquake in Turkey, this Sunday morning.
Experience you can trust. CBS News.
It's almost back to school time. That means school supplies 9. It's your chance to do a good deed for kids in need. Let's help students have a future that's bright. Let's give them what they need to start the school year off right.
Make a difference in the life of area students by being a part of School Supplies 9 today. Pick up items to help local elementary students. Then, drop them off at any Crestar Bank now through September 4th.
After a tough workout, treat yourself to something light.